Hey, hey, party people. What's going on? It is, what day is it? It's Thursday today. So we're going to get into some live song reviews. I'm hyped about it. I hope you're hyped about it. I'm going to go in a first come, first serve basis, unless you're part of the Radium Roundtable, in which case just let me know in the chat and I'll let you skip the line because that's what it's about. All right. So joining the Radium Roundtable is $5 a month, cancel anytime. That's kind of one of the perks here, is to allow the Radium Roundtable members to get their songs reviewed. So that's it right there. I got quite a few songs today, not too many, but I'm going to try to get through as many as I possibly can within about an hour or so. I think I got till about 8 o'clock. So if you're here right now, show some love, throw some thumbs up. You know, let me know where you're from. Drop your IG handle. You guys should be connecting with each other. So, yeah, you know how this goes. We're going to get into it. I want to get right into it, though. I'm not going to delay because it is 7:02. And I'm just going to start reviewing some music. So, typically what I do is I review for songwriting, market viability of the song, mixing, mastering, arrangement, you know, how well is the song produced, all that good stuff. So I'm going to give you guys as much feedback as I possibly can on that stuff. And hopefully you could tell I upgraded the camera, you know, so I got the 4K camera going. So if you guys are getting any sort of delay, sorry about that. It's part of the quality upgrade. And of course, if you guys like what you're hearing tonight, and if you, you know, are getting a lot out of it, I don't really ask that you donate anything, but if you do, there's a little super chat money sign down there, and feel free to donate if you so please. All right. Let's get into it. What's up? We got Brian in the house. What's up, Brian? Seed Squatch. My guy Seed Squatch. Working on records with him for sure. Marshall, what's up, dude? How you doing? Member of the round table. Let's go. So we can even just start with Marshall. So if you guys let me know that you're part of the round table, you got to let me know what you uploaded your song as. Should I be looking for Marshall, right? Like, I don't know. What's your artist name? What's the song that you uploaded, etc., so that I can find that. Seed Squatch, go follow him on IG. Definitely a good dude. Philip Banks in the house. Go follow him for sure. Plays guitar. He's all about it. So let's go, guys. I'm going to get into my Dropbox, and we're going to see what we got tonight. Hopefully some good stuff. You know, I'm always hoping for the best. Yes. There we go. Elliot Stone. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. All right. All right. All right. Let's go. Yeah, we got quite a few tracks. That's what's up. Okay, look for Marshall. All right, so we're going to start with Marshall. He's one of the Radium Roundtable members, and I got his track in here. And, you know, another thing, guys, like, if your song sucks, like, I'm going to tell you your song sucks. If it's really bad, I'm not going to really hold much back. I'm not here to, like, you know, give hugs and cuddles and good jobs, attaboys on the back. I'm here to really review your song like an A&R would review your song, or, you know, maybe a potential investor in your music would review your song, because I really want to help you guys. That's what it's about. I don't want to just sit here and go, yeah, it's good, man. Good job. Keep working. You know, that's not really going to help in a song review. And when you get into the real world and you're pitching your music for publishers and, you know, labels, and I'm not saying that, you know, some of you guys don't do that. I'm just saying that, like, they're not going to be, you know, they just won't even hit you back. They're not even going to get you feedback on a song, right? So if it's not good, they're just going to be like, yeah, well, just don't reply to his email. Block him. So, all right, so let's go. We got Marshall up here. I'm going to take you to the desktop here so you don't have to stare at my mug all night. And let's do this. All right, so Marshall, Forgive Me. All right. And you guys feel free to, you know, throw your opinion in there too. I always like that. Everybody likes, like, to hear people's reaction to their music, you know? So if you guys are like, yo, this is shitty, or like, yo, this is super dope, it always helps, man. Like think about this as your opportunity to get in front of like a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen people, and, you know, just get the real deal. You know, how are people actually going to respond to the song before I put it out? Some of these songs I'm sure are already out there. So, yeah, let's get some thick bangers. Matt. Here we go. Matt James in the house. Let's go. All right, so Marshall, let's rock. Let me mute my microphone here.
The rain is falling on my face, so you don't see a trace of me crying over you. I know I pushed you away. For that I say I'm sorry, so sorry, lady. What I have to say may not bring you back today. Let me start by saying forgive me. I don't know what to do without you. Forgive me. I don't know what to do without you. Stormy days and lonely nights without you here by my side. I'm so cold, all alone. No.
All right, so I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't even have listened that long. And the reason being is because the biggest reason being is that it's just not dynamic enough. Like the song, like nothing new comes in. I feel like the vocals kind of stay where they are. You're not really like introducing any new melodies to the chorus. I'm kind of having a hard time. Like I think most of my notes are arrangement notes. I'm having a really difficult time understanding like where is the verse, where is the chorus, where's the pre-chorus, where's the hook? What am I supposed to remember out of this song? I think you're playing it really safe, man. Like straight up. I think it's like, yeah, it's like really like just kind of flat. You know what I mean? As far as arrangement goes. So a couple things, because obviously I don't want to just leave you with like, yeah, man, your arrangement sucks. You know, a couple things to improve it are just to like make sure that you're not just right here all the time, you know? And maybe in the chorus you go to a da 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 ba ba, you know, like go to a different melody, go to a different place, jump up, you know, you could even go down. It doesn't matter, just like change the melody for the chorus so we know what the chorus is. It just feels like it's very much reliant on, you know, a few notes, and also like the drums and like the progression, like that's fine to keep the same, but maybe try dropping stuff out, you know, having risers, you know, telling you I'm coming into the chorus, and then maybe like a guitar strumming coming in, and maybe some ooze, you know, some background vocals, giving it flourish, giving it some harmonic structure, and like supporting the lead vocal more on the chorus. It just kind of feels like it's like very safe. I made this safe song. Everything's very formulated and structured, like you're reading from a piece of paper or from your phone. And that's fine, but I want to hear you perform it. I want you to understand, like, you know, the listener, the average listener is just they want to hear something like that feels like you just, you know it. Like instinctually, you know the song. You could dance to this on your stage and like sing it, and people would be involved, and there's no question that you're performing it, right? That's what really makes a great record, I think, to most people in the world. They're just going to want to know that you just know this song, you got it down, and you're not really just reading a line off the paper. You know, like it becomes too formulated. Also try some harmony stacks, some doubles, maybe even just ad libs, like bring the ad libs out if you already have them in there. And yeah, most of this stuff for me is just arrangement stuff, making it very definitive, where your intro is, where your verse 1 starts, where your chorus starts, like think about great records and how they structure it. And that's what I would do, is I'd spend time on the arrangement on this. And then, yeah, try moving to a different place with the chorus. I think that would help a lot. Do you have any other Radium Roundtable members in here? Looks like I got Elliot Stone. Elliot, did you upload something for tonight? And I will give you some feedback, my friend. Here we go. Okay, so Together is the song. Did I just play this one? No. Okay, so let's do this one. So Elliot Stone, Together. Let's go.
For so many years I've gone through life just waiting for someone to love. I thought it would be some special way I'd find my angel sent from above. Now it's been a while since you came along, and my search is now ended. I know we belong together. Our love has grown, and the love you give is more than I have ever known. Care, and you're always there. Your love is real and oh so sweet. Now the time has come, and our love is so strong. I know you're the one. I know I'll be yours forever. So will you be my wife? Share my life together. That's how it should be. I'll stay with you for a lifetime or two. It's now or never, so I'll say, will you marry me? Marry me.
Okay, well, hey, this one's kind of like left field. It feels really personal. It feels like you wrote the song for your wife or for someone you're engaged to or something. I don't really know. But to make this a better song all the way around, I think trying to get it a little bit more out of the MIDI world, get some players involved. I think that would be really helpful. Even if you got to hire some people, and pay them. But the other thing is it really does need a good mix, I know songs like this, first it's not really finished to me. It feels like you just put one vocal on it, went all the way through, and you're like, that's the song. The hook or the tagline being together, and the first time you hear it over here, I think, I really want to hear some Stax harmonies or anything on there going, together. some like background, because it is called Together. I think it'd be really cool to kind of make it like duetty. So like put a female vocalist on it, even if it's not your wife, because that'd be really, awesome if she could sing amazing. But yeah, it's just like, it just feels so. It feels like it should be an acoustic guitar, you and an acoustic guitar, you and a piano. And then you're trying to sort of like arrange this out into an arrangement, which is cool, but I would really focus on the vocal arrangement more than like putting in synth strings and stuff, before you put in all that stuff. So that way you can kind of arrange around the vocal parts, the harmony stacks, the doubles, maybe putting some oohs and ahs, ooh, ah, like anything like in the background, just to give those vocals more dimension, because they just feel like, and here I am, I'm singing to you, and it just kind of feels a little bit dated and just kind of karaoke-ish, you know what I mean? So taking it out of the karaoke world is going to be pretty tough without great players, right? Like the drums are just kind of, like you really need like a solid arrangement. Meaning like if you're going to put strings in there, you have strings like arranged, violins doing something and harmonies and melodies are kind of weaving in and out, and you have a good foundation of cellos, playing pads. You got to be really careful like with this stuff. It's not just, I'm going to play this chord of this string patch that I got in Logic or whatever. So you got to be really careful. Like they're, this just feels kind of too like karaoke to me right now, So yeah, getting it out of the MIDI world is like my biggest piece of advice for you there, and feedback that I could give you. So let's move on to Chuck Lideker. We got a roundtable member, the Soundbox. Did you upload for tonight, Chuck? I'm just going to look for the Soundbox, or should I? Oh, here we go. Chuck Lideker, My Everything Hurts. Let's roll.
My shining stars always too far, and the enemy's always a step ahead, yeah. I perfect the art of a broken heart. My perseverance has all but fled, left me for dead. Just let me tell me
All right, so a few things about this song. I like some of the melodies, and I like the idea of like my everything hurts. I think that's really cool little tagline. The drums, there's something weird with the drums, and I don't know if you program them with MIDI or if someone played them in or whatever. But the timing's not really locked in on the drums and the bass. Like the groove is not like locked. It doesn't feel right. So I would go back and check that out. So if you're using Logic, then, you know, go ahead and like, you know, chop it up and make sure like it's all time like on the grid. And then if you're using Pro Tools, you know, Beat Detective, and then play the bass to those drums, etc. Just make sure your timing's locked in, your groove's locked in type. Because that's really throwing me off. Like the drums are just, you know, like what is happening with the drums? Like it doesn't feel right. You know, something not right with that groove, which is just kind of for the listener. I think they'll just think this is a bad song. They won't give you a chance with the vocals. Me, I understand it. I can hear like the timing problems. I'm a drummer, right? So I'm like, I would fix the timing. So that's the first thing, and that's just good engineering. Like you need to have a good engineer on your team. Even a good mixing engineer could go and fix those drums, fix your groove, etc. Next thing is that the acoustic guitar, like your arrangement, doesn't really make sense to me for how you have the vocals processed. They feel like they're in completely different worlds. Meaning you got like this very like acoustic guitar going, and then you got like these like acoustic drums, and then you got like this vocal that's like vocoded and like tuned up really hard and like feels really filtered and feels like really processed. And it's just weird for the arrangement. It doesn't make sense production wise to me. I think a lot of people would agree that it's just almost too far left field, you know, to grasp. Like you're doing something really interesting with the vocals. Like if the song was more like hybrid and you had sound design in it and stuff. But the fact that you have like an acoustic zing, 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 you know, and then you have the drums going do, you know, like acoustic drums, it just like doesn't really work, you know? Yeah, so I would rethink the way you have the vocals processed, or I would meet the production to meet the vocals. You know, you have to figure something out there because it just feels too weird. It feels like really processed vocals and really acoustic and natural everything else, which is, it's just off-putting for me. So that's like my biggest feedback. I think you got some cool melodies and stuff in there. I can't really make out what you're saying with the lyrics and stuff too much, just because all the processing and the vocals being like so thinned out and everything. But yeah, I think you got some work to do on this one for sure. But that's my feedback on this one. Let's move on. Let's get to the next one. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so any more roundtable members that I can play, or otherwise I'm gonna just pick by upload time. So I got 249. We got Rotary Fork in the Road. Yeah, you got it, man. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, is give you some feedback to help you make better records, you know? So hopefully that's helpful. And yeah, just be careful with like processing the vocals so much. Don't be scared to sound natural, you know, and be a little pitchy. It's okay. Like that whole idea of everything needing to be completely perfectly auto-tuned and you know, vocal affected and everything. It's just kind of like, it doesn't really matter, you know. What matters more so is that the vocal fits the track. That's the most important part. Like, I'll be straight up. You don't need to worry about like making this really processed vocal and everything being in pitch and all that stuff. Just make sure it's like serving the record is the best way I put it. And the best songs ever, you know, they come from people that just serve the song. They're not about the ego. They're not worried about the pitch, the tune, all that stuff. They're worried about making the song great and feel great. And people not even hearing that stuff. Like you wouldn't hear the processing, right? You would just, wow, this feels great. Just works. Sounds great. So let's move to the next one. Rotary Fork in the Road. We've had a lot of like very organic stuff tonight. It's interesting, like slow R&B jam, singer-songwriter kind of stuff. So this is kind of a little switch up from usually, but let's roll.
They say you have to play, but it's always unfair. I tried everything they told me, like it's some sort of dare. I've changed, I'm going my way. Traditions are the shackles that keep you in place. If you break them off and don't stop to consider the pain, you'll cave. You're lost in your place. Everything that I wanted, I'm so close but I'm terrified.
Okay, so I just want to stop there just to show you guys what I mean by good arrangement and understanding where the different parts start and stop, because I made this note earlier. I think Rotary, he's like doing this really well right here. He's got a pre-chorus. It's defined. You know that something's coming. You know, he dropped things out, you know, like the drums dropped out and it went to like just claps. So I just want you to hear this moment right here again, so you can understand what I mean by arranging your song so that you know which parts of the song you're in, okay? So let's play this real quick again.
Okay, you're lost in your place. Everything that I wanted, I'm so close but I'm terrified. Sometimes close for forever, miss it and I'm regretting time. Here now, at the fork in the road, who I'm wanting to be, down a lane I don't go. Here now, at the fork in the road, you can see in my face which way I don't know. Forget the propaganda they put in my brain, 'cause there's more to life than working 9 to 5 every day. Not me, but can't guarantee. Pictures of the world in the palm of my hand. Wanna see it all before my soul is crushed in sand. Real things are waiting for me. Everything that I wanted, I'm so close but I'm terrified. Sometimes close for forever, miss it and I'm regretting time. Here now, at the fork in the road, who I'm wanting to be, down a lane I don't go. Here now, at the fork in the road, you can see in my face which way I don't know. Now everything's changing, I can't go. The destination's
All right. So first of all, like I really like the arrangement. I think the arrangement's really strong. I'm not really sure about this bridge right here. It just kind of drops off a cliff, to be honest with you. I feel like it has like a beat and it has some movement, and then all of a sudden you're like just you and a guitar soloing. Like that actually took me out of the track, to be honest. But we're already 3 minutes in, and I feel like it's already just kind of like a little too long, you know? So arrangement-wise, I like that it has very definitive moments. I think it could be shortened. I also feel like you've done your major pass. Maybe you've done a second and third pass on this, but you really got like a few more passes to do on it, right? Biggest thing is the drums. The drums are just like, they're like non-existent. You got them like tucked in a big room, and I just don't think that drum sound works for this track. I think you should really bring the drums out, and like you should have someone program drums that are better than these, or play the drums if you're going to play the drums, and like really have the drums so you can feel them, because it is like, here's the thing about like this track specifically for me is that it feels like it has like Latin grooves and vibes in it, but you're like playing those off, and that's really weird to me. Like, it's weird to me to like hear a Latin groove or a Latin flavor in the drums and in the percussion, and then feel like you're like tucking them way back in the back. Like, what? Like, that doesn't work. Like, it's sort of like an oxymoron, you know? Like, oh, we got Latin grooves, but just like put those way back in the back where you don't really feel them. You just kind of like hear this weird like Latin groove kind of stuff going on. I don't really like that. I don't think that works too well. I think that you really got to let that groove thicken out, and you got to put that groove up front, and you got to stop putting the drums in this big room. I feel like the drums were the weirdest part for me, that just like off-putting in the mix. So maybe it's a mix issue, you know? Like maybe you just need to rethink how you got these drums mixed, because it just doesn't feel right. Another thing that I think could really help this track, which I'm not hearing at all, is you have everything playing rhythm. Like the guitars, they're all, you know, but like, why don't you have like a good little riff on the guitar, you know? Everything da 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 go ba da 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 da. You know, like even horns would be cool, right? Like, you know, just like give it something that's gonna give like, I need a melody, like a little riff to hook onto, right? Anything can be a hook, anything can be hooky or catchy or a tagline, and I feel like you're missing that in this song. Like, it's a good song, you know, but you're like, do I want to play it again? Do I want to hear it over and over? It's not really like addictive, you know. It's not really giving me that. So hopefully you see this, Rotary. I don't know if you're in here, but you know, I think you got your first few passes down, and I think you got to go deeper, man, for sure. The drums aren't working for me. I don't know. Maybe they work for other people, but I just don't feel the drums on that. But that's my feedback there. All right, let's move on. Prolly Perry, Hard. Let's go. Maybe we get some weird shit in here. I don't know. I'm kind of counting on it.
Hit a bitch two-step with a two-slide, I'm off on a nigga, I'm boning. We took guns, but they don't condone them. I'm taking this shit so nobody don't want them. My mind's a place so them niggas on crosses, spark all of my choppers if they wanna box it. Yeah, I'm finna tack shit up, running your pockets, they mad at us. Bullets they gripping, they going. I fucked this little bitch up like she was annoying. I said, baby girl, you said you was a freak. She said, Perry, I know, I just gave you a week. I said, oh, okay, you can just fucking just go. I be dead on my grind, give a fuck by the hoe. Hey, send me one text and I'll short your bro. This is too good. I can't stop. I gotta keep going, man. I gotta keep going. I gotta do this for my family, man. I gotta make my mom proud, man. All these fuck niggas talking about that shit, bro. I'm spazzing about that bullshit, bro. I'm too into this, bro. It's too easy. Hit a bitch two-step with a two-slide, I'm off on a nigga, I'm boning. We took guns, but they don't condone them. I'm taking this shit so nobody don't want them. My mind's a place so them niggas on crosses, spark all of my choppers if they wanna box it. Yeah, I'm finna tack shit up, running your pockets, they mad at us.
Well, I think that's it. I think it's just like a freestyle. I mean, I feel like Prolly Perry, I feel like you just uploaded this to like show it off or something. I think your flow's dope. I think the beat is really cool. I think it's like original. It sounds cool. I like the sound. I like that one sound, the bonk, 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 bonk. Like it sounds really cool. But yeah, there's not much to this. Like, what do you want me to give you feedback on? Like, you know, your raps are hard. Like, I think it's like 1:55 and you just like totally stopped right here. You know, you need an arrangement. You need like you need a chorus, a hook or something. Like this just feels like you got on it, you freestyled on it for a minute, and then you were like, yeah, I'm gonna go get that reviewed on Radium Live Reviews. Like, what? It's not done. It's not a song. It's just like a freestyle, which is cool. Like whoever's on the track like has a really cool voice. I think he can rap dope. But like, yeah, and write dope as well. But like, can you make a hook? Can you make a song? I think you gotta show us that, you know. You can't come on here and like, you know, hey, here's my freestyle, my 1632 bar freestyle. Here's my minute-long freestyle. Yeah, you know, like I could do that too, you know, like, yeah, we're on Radium Live doing this high. I'm getting high. Yeah, I'm fly. Get my shit. I'm bump my bitch. I'm gonna get that shit. That's it. Like people are like, cool. So you want feedback on that? Yeah, man, your bars are sick, bro. Your flow's tight. No, like you got dope shit. It's good. That's my feedback. You got dope shit. Shit is good. All right, Kush bueno. Let's go.
Bueno, I'll be right back, Cancelo. See me in the road, come say hello. See me in the dance, might slur though, sweet one curve though. Bueno, I'll be right back, Cancelo. See me in the road, come say hello. See me in the dance, might slur though, sweet one curve though. Wish I had an iPhone singing, fuck that, swear I had a sweet one bringing. Unwrap when I off pant, not linen. On tap when I pour it up, chin chinning. Yeah. Wanna celebrate, no my dogs enter. 2-3 man, but we up like Shard and the whole team sweet with the cream center. Please enter. Line on the back saying please enter. Roll on a wet patch so I leave head yard. No weed cigarette, man, I need that tar. Fam, I need that juice. Been a long day, man, I need that boost. So I wake up, spit, it's a bedroom stew. One mic, one wave, grab pen, make tunes. Bueno, I'll be right back, Cancelo. See me in the road, come say hello. See me in the dance, might slur though, sweet one curve though. Bueno, I'll be right back, Cancelo. See me in the road, come say hello. See me in the dance, might slur though, sweet one curve though. My vibe is out of bounds, hard to replicate, so I let it spill. He asked me what I'm thinking, I got trouble saying how I really feel. I say it how it is, but I'm talking about the stuff that makes you feel it. I know I'm running couple hours late, shit, I'll be there in a minute. Look, I can get kinda distracted, mainly your face and back kind of attractive. I'm trying to focus on getting the racks in, but you're my drug and I'm feeling the vaccine. Feeling the wave, I buy into the hype. The world is my oyster, I'm taking a bite. Got hand on my holster, I'm waiting to sling it. The money my crack and I'm waiting to cling it. Bueno, I'll be right back, Cancelo. See me in the road, come say hello. See me in the dance, might slur though, sweet.
Dope. I think it's a good vibe, man. Like you definitely locked in the vibe. I think it needs some like switch ups, you know. It needs like sound to switch up, like, you know, flip that piano sample, the electric key sample, like do like some like choppy, reversey, lo-fi stuff with it. Like have a point where like the beat drops out. Just make it more interesting. Like you have to like keep us listening. I do like that you are repetitive with your hook. I think that's dope. But like as the song builds, you might want to try different ad libs and stuff to make the hook a little bit more interesting as you get to the second hook, into the third hook, you know? Like bueno, da 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 pero, da ba 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 pero. You know, like I think that's dope. I think it's a catchy little, you know, hook. I just think like you really got to like start, you know, thinking about the arrangement. Like a lot of people won't even listen for 2 minutes, you know, if that's all there is to the song, you know, like switch it up, throw something different at us. I think even like a featured artist on this would be really sick. Like throw up a different timbre of an artist, like on a verse, right? Where all of a sudden this different voice comes in and you're like, oh, that's sick. Just anything to make it more interesting, right? So that's really my notes on this one. Cause I just feel like it's just, but I know, yeah, switch up the racks and the backs, and you know, like, and the chords are going the whole time, the same chords, the same drums, like everything's just like a loop the whole time, which kind of just, you know, gets a little boring. Like once you heard the chorus, once you get to about halfway through the song, you're like, okay, I heard it. I'm good. So yeah, just switch it up a little bit more, you know? Yeah, who else we got in here that's part of the Radium Roundtable? Oh, I know we got Seed Squatch. Let's play Seed Squatch here. Grateful V4, let's go.
So you're alone most times. You think about what's gonna follow it right. It don't feel right. You're always crying, whining about your imperfect life. Ooh, you must be grateful. Baby, remember all the times you had your break. Oh, always wanted what you can't have. You're so disgraceful, but still you set the hand out looking for free. You won't get nothing from me, no. When I look to the sky, I feel thankful for everything I have, I've grown. Lived all of my life like I'm grateful, until you drop your hammer down. Hateful, fall down. I'm just watching the fall, cause you want me to. Grateful for that. Hateful, fall down. I'll be watching you lose, cause you're going to. Grateful for that. So you wanna hear a joke right now? Maybe you just wanna laugh and smile. All you really wanna do is point and aim. Your bad thighs can't serve these ways. I'm the kind of squatch that'll kick your ass. I'll do it all for free and no need to ask. If you think this sounds insane, then jump, motherfuckers! Everything I have, you want everything I own, so I'm pulling it back now, I'm taking it back now. Everything I have, you think everything's alone, I'm pulling it back, yo, I'm taking it back. Everything I have, you want everything you see, I'm pulling it back now, I'm taking it back now. Everything you have, you want everything I need. You're just a social disease. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man, like, I think this has a lot of potential. First things, obviously, first is that I think a lot of the notes I would have on this one would be mixed notes, right? Like, I just feel like everything's got a blanket on it, you know, it just feels blanketed. It feels like it's congested. Like, you really want those guitars to really, like, start to, you know, you want them in your face. You want that shit rocking. You need those drums to be punching and feel them in your chest, you know? Like, if you really want this song to make sense, it has to have a mix. But, you know, that's why you got me, right? But, yeah, man, I really dig it. Like, one of my favorite parts is the guitar, the switch up on the guitar, like the, you know, that chord there. I don't know what it is, like a diminished chord or something that you go in and you switch it up. I think that's super dope, super raw. I think, you know, certain parts are just like going to be my taste. I would say like the little rapidy rap breakdown is a little bit cheeseball for me. I think that's super dated and kind of cheesy, and you're like, oh, it's kind of cheesy, but it's also kind of fun. So like, I almost feel like if you went even more cheesy on it, like use like some like 90s, like, you know, hip hop sound effect shit in there, put something in there to like really show that you're not taking it seriously, you know? Because like rap rock kind of shit is just like, you know, just reminds me like Fred Durst, man, Limp Bizkit, yeah. You know, it's just like, it's just kind of cheeseball. It might come back around though, you know? I don't know. Everything comes back around. It all cycles back. But yeah, that part just kind of is the only part that I'm like, I'm not really feeling that. That fucked me up. But it did also kind of make me giggle just because I know you. So who knows, man? It could work. It could not work. But I like the bass line. I think you should bring the bass out as more, a lot more like the do, you know, like those kind of things are super dope. And another thing, like I think you can try like putting some licks into the guitar, you know, and I always notice your music like is very busy too. Like I think you can probably like lessen the vocals a little bit more and get more specific with melodies, rather than wanting to say so much in the track, you know, like, I gotta tell you this story and it's going like this and blah, 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 and dee. Like, it's like sometimes you just need like a good, like, you know, ba-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, You know, like you need good phrasing and you need like space in between the words. And the space is what gives you the dynamic and what keeps the listener kind of going, oh, and then what's next? Oh, shit. And then that's going to happen? Oh, man, that's sick, you know? So that's the kind of vibe there for me. But mainly mixed notes, man. Like I think this could be really, really cool. It could be thick and like and fun. And I think like locking in the timing with the guitars, you know, like those things need to be so tight rhythmically for everything to work together. So that's my notes, man. Good track, man. Good work on it. I mean, I could tell you put the time in for sure. Kush Kush Omar Ortiz, quick trip to Kansas. Let's go.
I always put my kid first. I could've did worse and got lifted off this earth when niggas let that cig burst. But now with silk shirts, shit, I feel like Levert. Bitch, we niggas from the dirt, I'm finna make this shit hurt. Burning rub in the range, screaming money ain't a thing. Spend a bundle on a chain, about 100 and some change. I'm talking in the thousands, I ain't walking in and browsing. My loft is in the mountains, trying to auction off some houses. Bitch, I'm really from the slums, we was living off of crumbs. I had to get it out the mud to swim in acrylic tubs. Now we know for hitting clubs, spending Benjamins and dubs. Giving pretty woman hugs while spilling liquor on the rug. So if it's ever getting tough, you can always think of me. And if you talking business, you should always link with me. Nigga, I got an attitude, I think I'm Easy E. My son ain't gonna believe what's under his Christmas tree.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there just because I don't feel like this song's like actually finished. I love the sample. I think the sample's super dope. I think your flow at the beginning and like what you got going on is really dope. My biggest notes and the biggest things like that, it just makes it like almost like unlistenable for me, personally. And maybe a lot of other people I think will feel the same way when they get into it. They're going to be like, where's the rest of the song? You know? Where's the low end? Like, why is everything so filtered out? Like, why does the vocal sound like it's this big and it's just like right in your face and poking you real hard? Like, it just sounds filtered. It's all mixed stuff, right? But it also has a lot to do with arrangement. Like, you're picking the wrong drums, I feel like. Like, that kick drum, it just sounds like pop, 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 pop. Like, what is that, dude? Like, that's the shittiest kick drum I've ever heard on a hip-hop track. Like, just, you know, shots fired, I guess, right? But... No, I'm not trying to hate on it. I'm just saying, like, I cannot believe that kick drum almost sounds like it's out of phase, right? So I would look for better drum sounds. I would have like an 808 or a bass line on it somewhere. Like maybe find a bass player, you know, to play a bass line to the sample, you know? Like I think that'd be super dope. Which makes it so like you're literally stuck in the loop because all you have is that you know, like you have that sample, you're stuck in that loop, which is maybe like a 2-bar loop. So it's just going the whole time and you have like the drums going and then you're just rapping on it. But it's going to be really hard to get any sort of melodic ideas down. It's going to be hard to like take this song anywhere, you know? I feel like the rest of the song is just going to be you rapping and telling your story, which is great. But will it be something that like a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, I want to listen to that over and over? I don't personally think so. I don't think that it'll reach that. I don't think it'll reach a broad audience at all. I think it'll, I think you got to finish the song really is what I really want to say, Omar. I think it's dope though. Like I think your flow is dope. I think the sample choice is super dope. I think you got something here and you're telling a good story. I can tell you're rapping your ass off. But don't get stuck in that loop. Don't get stuck in like, that's all I got because there's no bass line. Everything's filtered out. Like you need a good mix on this. You need production still on it. Got to finish the track, you know? So it's always hard, guys, like to get on here and like review music that's like, here's something, this is as far as I could get with it, but it's like it's not a done song. Like you don't have a bass line, you don't have an 808, you don't have like the low end, you don't have a foundation, you know, and you're just like rapping on top of a sample and some drums, you know, and very rarely that's going to work out too well. So Anyway, I'm going to go on to the next one here, and I literally have like, let's see, I got another like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna blast through a couple more, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you are, you know, show some love. I'm gonna be here also on Saturday. We're gonna do another review, and yeah, I'm gonna just keep trying to help you guys make better music. I also have, like, you know, shameless self-plug. I got a song coming out April 16th called Stolen Love. So you guys definitely, if you want, you know, show some love and support, go pre-save it, stream it up, share it with your friends. I'm going to play Brian's here. Brian just left the room, I think, too. I think he was too scared. He said, man, I got to go, dude. I got to get out of here. My song's coming up next. I don't want you to, you know, talk shit on it. All right, let's go. Let's go, Brian. Let's see what you got.
Back in the day we were running this town. Everybody around knew our name. We didn't see what the rivalry built. They were trying to tell our game. Things we could have said. Wish we would stay. Wish we would have made more time. I really think that we messed up. Think we could have made our ties strong as a citadel. Over and over we went to the hill where we waited until the sun came. We stood the ground and would crumble beneath, and a dynasty just the same. Things we could have said. Wish we would have stayed. Wish we would have made more time. I really think that we messed up. Think we could have made our ties strong as a citadel. Wish we.
I like it. I think it's a really cool song. A couple things, like I think the bass line, the synth bass going in like the verses, I think that could be filled out more. I think it could have more low end and more body. You know, like it needs to have more foundation and support in it. Like like it's missing the low mids. You know, like it's missing that 100 to 400 area that like has body. And like the same thing with the vocals. I feel like they're way too filtered out for me. I feel like it makes the song sound cheap, which, you know, I don't think that was the intention that you had, Brian. I think maybe you were trying to go for like more of like a retro kind of vibe for it. But it just didn't, like, this, it's not translating for me personally. And obviously, you know, I'm trying to give you feedback because you're on the channel, like submitting music. So I would say those are like the biggest things for me. I do love like the chorus switch up. I think it's super dope. I think that's really your strongest point, is the chorus, like it coming into the full band and you can hear the bass come in and everything.
Things we could have said. Wish we would have stayed.
But that's my next note, is that I think that the transition is just kind of a little too abrupt, right? The things we could have say, and like all of a sudden it's just like switched, which I think you have the like program drums going, like you could easily have a drum fill in there, or you can have a pause or a break, you know. The thing, because, you know, of course you go into like that halftime kind of feel. I think things like that are going to make this like much more impactful when you hit that chorus. And that's really all the notes I have, because like most of this stuff I think that you chose probably stylistically, and it's probably part of the genre you're trying to stay in, which I totally respect, you know, like I get it. But yeah, the vocals to me just feel like really too filtered, too like small. All right, so let's end the night with one more here, and I think we're going to do Micah Wright is the next one here. Unless do we have anybody in here that's a Radium Roundtable member? Because I'll for sure like play them next. I don't know if Micah's even here right now, so, you know, up to you guys. Let me know if anyone is. And I'll wait a second, because I know there's like a little delay between the camera and the live and you guys hearing it. I love doing these, by the way, guys. Like, I love hearing new music and hearing you guys' stuff. And hopefully it's helpful. Like, that's all I'm trying to do, is be helpful. And, you know, get you guys some feedback on stuff so you guys can continue to make records that, and get people to, like, actually hear your records, too. That always helps. All right, well, we only got really, like, 10, 11 people in here, so I'm just going to play this as the last track. Give a little feedback, and then we'll blast off. All right, let's go. Micah's always got some fire, so it'll be a good one to end one.
We ain't worried about the critics, let the flow speak. Let the flow speak. We ain't worried about the critics, let the flow speak. We ain't worried about the digits, let the dough speak. We mind our black owned business, you should try it. Never hurts to give it all you got, nigga, it's survive. Look, we ain't worried about the critics, let the flow speak. We ain't worried about the digits, let the dough speak. We mind our black owned business, you should try it. Never hurts to give it all you got, nigga, it's survive. Look.
Credible vibes, incredible women. Credible choices, credible yeses, I love them. Focus on making enough to make a living. Matter of fact, mom in the kitchen cooking up that stewed chicken. Give me a second, give me a few minutes. Every day another chance to make a living. Smoking on the best strain for the pain. Guaranteed by the end of today, you gon' make a change. Possibly for the worse or better, nobody do it better. Make it happen every day, that's how I count my cheddar. A lot of motion, reminiscing about some dope shit. Got you on some dope shit, now I'm on that Joe shit. Come on, mind our black on biz, you know the motto. Smoke that Nip OG and that gelato. When they smell like good weed, you know they follow. I'm with my niggas C, sipping out the bottle.
We ain't worried about the critics, let the flow speak. We ain't worried about the digits, let the dough speak. We mind our black owned business, you should try it. Never hurts to give it all you got, nigga, it's survive. Look, we ain't worried about the critics, let the flow speak. We ain't worried about the digits, let the dough speak. We mind our black owned business, you should try it. Never hurts to give it all you got, nigga, it's survive. Look, never hurts to mind your black owned business, you should try it. Out here working with my team, trying to boss up. We ain't worried about them fees, fuck what it cost us. Cause in this life you get exactly what you pay for. That's why we out here on the grind trying to make dough. Oh, why these niggas steady playing with me? Oh, we ain't worried about them critics no more. I'ma do my thing and let these niggas know. Look, it never hurts to give it all you got. Gotta make it happen if you wanna get to the top. That's why we grind non-stop, we can ball later. That's why my hustle on lock, I'm trying to get this paper. Look, niggas know what it is when Paulo on the mix. Tell them turn that shit up and let the bass sit. Gang out here on the job.
All right, so I think this is dope for the style, like, you know, that Bay Blap shit, like, this is, like, pretty locked in with that. It is clipping out a little bit on certain parts, but, you know, I don't think that that's really an issue in 2021, like, if you're soft clipping a little bit on the bass hits and on the, you know, on the percussive parts, like the transients. So I'm going to say, like, this one is, like, I mean... What do you want me to do? Like, say, like, oh, you know, if I was gonna make a bass slap, you know, like, I think it's great for what it is. you know, great vocals, great that cut through. I think the beat is dope. Like, you know, boom, 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 boom. Like it's totally got that Bay vibe. You know, just you know, it's like that Too Short, you know, E40 kind of vibe. For me, like I really like want to hear this song, like this sound updated a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like I'm just kind of tired of it. I mean, I lived in the Bay for like 4 years, you know, went to school there and everything. And, you know, Berkeley, Oakland, Alameda, San Francisco, like I was all around those parts, mainly East Bay. So I'm really, really familiar with this sound. And even when I lived there, like back in 2000, you know, what, 11 or 10, 2009 probably to 2012, somewhere around there, those times. Even back then, this sound was exactly this sound, which for me, I'm like, okay, I've heard this like so many times. So Micah, I'm not hating on anything you're doing. I love the Bay Blaps, but like at the same time, it's like you gotta progress it. You know, you gotta make something different with it. And also the hook here, like we ain't really on the blow, dude. Ain't really blow, dude. Like it's cool, but like maybe like some singing in there or something like melodic, more melodic in the back to help support that idea. You know, stuff like that. I think just the sound itself is like, yeah, it's been done so many times. It's hard to be like, yeah, man, that's dope. That's so fresh, because it's really not. It's not fresh anymore. So. Adam, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. So thank you guys for coming through. I got to get out of here. That's an hour of my time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you join the Radium Roundtable so you can get your song reviewed. And also on Saturday, I'll do another review. And Radium Roundtable members always skip the line. So peace out, guys. Share this with your friends. Show some love. And make sure you tune in for the content because I'm dropping tons of content. Peace.